All right, Shalom Akim, Shalom Yasharallah. First off, I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well. All right, I'm going to be going into the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. And then from there, we're going to go on to what's coming to America, all right, which is destruction. And that destruction, as it cometh, so will our salvation. All right, the salvation of the Israelite, the Negro, Latino, Native American, Indian, that is in the word of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, the one that is laboring to do the work and to be found worthy within the ministry of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, so I'm gonna kick it off with Revelations chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their forehead. All right, so right now as we're seeing, things are being escalated and being pushed out through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, he's the one that's making these things happen, man. All right, he causes peace and he causes evil. All right, so he controls both sides. He controls both sides of the story. All right, the good and the bad. He's controlling over everything, man. You know, so right now the person that he had put in power is the so-called self-proclaimed white man. All right, which is Esau Edom. All right, which is comes from the Caucasus Mountains. All right, and has always been the arch nemesis of Israel. You know, you can read it in the book of Judges. You can see how the Amalekites, the Edomites, have always ganged up with somebody so they can come and kick Jake while he's in the ground. You know, while he's powerless. And how are we powerless? By leaving or by rejecting Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right, those are our true powers. All right, Yahweh is what's making us be, you know, the Jake that you see today, man, jacked up. All right, he makes you great, but at the same time he makes you at the bottom of the bottom. All right, for that same reason. So this man is going to start pushing the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, and I'm going to start going into the Hebrew words to explain to you what it really means. All right, so let me read that again. It says, verse 13, Salakia, chapter 13, and verse 16, he causeth all, both small and great, rich and free, or rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. All right, so he's going to cause all you Adawamyam, all right, you Edomites, that think that you're living your life, well, that you are living your life carelessly, man. You think that nothing's going to touch you, all right? And all of you that think that, oh, I'm just going to, you know, keep living like this until I pass away, and then I pass on seed to the next generation, then the next generation is going to do the same thing. That's what you think this is going to happen, man. You think that it's going to keep going on and on and on and on, but you don't know that real soon destruction is coming to this place. But first, the mark of the beast has to be presented. All right? So to have that knowledge is to know. Like it says in the scripture, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right? And strength of thy salvation. And who's our strength? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So that RFID chip, which is about as small as a grain of rice, the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. All right, and it tells you right here, it says, both small and great. All right, so all you Jakes that are at the bottom of the bottom, you're going to have to take it. All right, small and great. So that means the big top dogs, the owners of you know, the owners of companies, the owners of this world, man, the elite. They're going to take the RFID chip too. All right, it says free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead. All right, so it doesn't really matter what hand you take it in. If you take the RFID chip, that's still taking the mark of the beast, man. But that right hand symbolizes a deal, a treaty. All right. So a lot of you jakes, because you're gonna try and get out of debt, or because you want a better life, that man might present you with that RFID chip and say, hey, if you take this RFID chip, you know, you're gonna have a better life. I'll start you off with a house. I'll start you off with some cars. I'll start you off with 10 grand. All right, 10 credits to your name. That's how this devil is gonna start presenting these things, man. And this devil, like I said, is the Adawam, which means Edom, which means red, which means the blood shows through your skin, which means it's a so-called Caucasian man that started putting our people down. All right, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the true Hebrew Israelites that the scriptures talk about, man. And this man does nothing but hate you. All right? So if this man finds a way to live forever, do you really think that he's going to try and present it to you jakes as something that you can do and offer some money and you can live forever too? No, man. He's going to use it only on himself. That way he can oppress you for forever, for as long as he can. All right? And that's why right now he's shaking in his boots, because he knows that the Hebrew Israelites are waking up to the fact that they are Hebrew Israelites. All right? That's why they're demonizing us in these CNN, NBC. All right? You have all these so-called news and social media, but what they're really doing is demonizing. All right? They're demonizing, and they say that we hate this and that we hate that. But anything that the Most High hates, we're supposed to hate, man. Because if he doesn't like it, then that means it's not righteous. But if he likes it, then that means it is righteous. All right? So standing up for Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is something that we have to do. And how do we do that? By refusing the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right? And it says, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right? That no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark. All right? So nobody's going to be able to buy food. Nobody's going to be able to buy milk or whatever you may need, necessities. All right? Which they say that the necessities that the human needs is food, shelter, and what was it? Food, shelter. I can't remember the rest, man. There was like 4 of them. But you know, the top 2 is always food and shelter. You know? How are you going to hide yourself from this weather? You know, it's partially snowy right now. How are you going to do that if you don't have any shelter, if you don't have any clothes? All right, how are you going to keep yourself warm during the winter? All right, how are you going to buy food when you don't have the money to buy that food? All right, because Esau is not going to let you go to your backyard and, you know, have your own little thing going on, man. He's not going to let you. All right? So how are you going to prepare yourself for those days when in those days, even if you have, you know, all the storage that you can have of food and water and all these things, all these doomsday preppers? How, man? When all this stuff starts happening and you don't have the money for it, you don't have the money to keep that house there, you don't have the money to keep paying for that house, you don't have the money to cover your insurance, you don't have the money to take you from work back, you don't have money for anything, man. And that's how this devil's going to get you, because he made you dependent. All right? He made you depend on that money. Same thing with Jake. All right? Year round, at the beginning of the year, what's something that the people are always waiting for? Income tax. All right? You're always and constantly waiting for that income tax year after year after year, so that you can pay off bills, debts, which is how this man operates, through debts. All right, the Federal Reserve. So all these things you have to put into consideration. What will I do in those days? All right, ask the whys. Ask the hows. Ask the whos. You know? Who's the one causing all this stuff? Who's the one that's causing all this wickedness? You always have to start with yourself. Always start with yourself. All right? Am I making any changes? And are those changes good enough to prevent me from seeing destruction? All right? For all those Christians out there that say that they're Christians, are you really a Christian? Or do you just go to church every Sunday and go back to your wickedness Monday through Saturday? All right? Do you really follow the Lord? Following the Lord ain't no task that anybody could just pick up and do. That's why there's elects. Elected. All right? Anointed. That's why Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai has elects, because not just anybody can pick this up and run with it, man. It's only certain people that are going to have it. All right? And that's why we put on as the hopeful elect. Be hopeful about it. You know? And that's why we study, and that's why we research, and that's why we see things. I guarantee you, Monday through Friday, if you stand right here, you'll see somebody trying to get inside that bank. Trying to find a way, man, I need to cash in my paycheck. Or I need to make this deposit, or else they're going to take away my car. You'll see it, man. People have become so dependent on it. So when they show you that there's no other way but to take that chip, to pay what you need to pay, to help your little kids if you need to help your little kids, that's how a lot of jakes are going to fall, man. They're going to fall, and they're going to fall into that temptation, and they're going to start thinking about it. All right? Don't fall into diverse temptations, man. And those diverse temptations are something that Esau brings to the table. All right? How are you going to keep your woman? How are you going to keep your kids fed? How are you going to keep your woman fed? How are you going to keep yourself fed? How are you going to keep the car fed with gasoline? How are you going to keep your wallet fed? If you don't have the RFID chip, how are you going to do it? All right? This devil, Esau Edom, which is a so-called Caucasian man, the self-proclaimed white man, he's the one that has been starting these, has been given the power to overcome from being one of the base, from being at the base, a simp, to becoming the ruler. And as weak as they may seem, they've been given that power. All right? Like the Rothschild. You see their leaders. You see the elite. They look weak. They look like in one fall they might just crack every single rib that they have. With one misstep, it looks like they'll break their ankles. Yet they have money. $500 trillion. And they can buy you with that. All right? They bought America with it. You know? That's why in that JC song, it's called, oh man, what is it called? The Story of OJ by Jay-Z. All right? That also explains, first let me get to the point that I was trying to make. In one of the parts he says, how do you think that the Jewish own every single company in America? How do they own it? This is how they did it. Finance your freedom, my only hope. All right. So that's what he's talking about. That they want you to finance your freedom, man. If you don't have the money, you're not as free as you could be. But he's living his life carelessly, lavishly, doing as he pleases. You know? But Jake's out here dying, man. You have Jake looking skinny because he hasn't eaten. You have Jake's turning to doing wicked things so they can eat. You have women doing wicked things too so they can eat. All these things that are happening, man, it's for a reason. All right? And our people think that the Lord is a so-called white man. He's not a so-called white man, man. He's a so-called Negro. All right? It explains it in the scriptures. It tells you, it lets you know what he looks like for a reason.
You guys have a chapter here in Midland?
A what?
A chapter here in Midland?
No, I don't.
Because I've practiced with the UNIC, but it's all the way in Dallas.
Oh, yeah, I have no idea.
No.
I haven't lived here my whole life, so.
What chapter are you in?
No, I don't have a chapter.
This is the tribes of Israel, right?
Huh?
From the tribe of Ephraim.
Huh?
So I do understand a little bit of what you're talking about. So the Bible says with the chapter, like I said, out in Dallas, but I was looking for something closer.
Yeah, no, we don't have it. I mean, this is as far as our congregation goes, because this is the church.
Right.
You know, going out and preaching the word. And I know they have camps over there in Dallas. They have camps really all over the world.
Yes.
But we don't have an actual building.
Right. Right. I was looking, instead of going all the way to Dallas to hear them preach, I was just hoping for something about this.
Yeah, no, it's just, we don't have any chapels or anything. It's just out here raw.
Keep on preaching because I understand what you're talking about.
Okay. But yeah, man, this man has polluted the world. All right? He has shown everybody his true colors. He has fooled everyone into thinking that he's some type of God. And, you know, and that's what he truly believes. He believes that he is a power. He believes that he can't be messed with. You know? So he's going to present the RFID chip and make it seem like it's something helpful. All right? You never know. That RFID chip may have some type of demons in it that'll make you strong. And people will look at it like, man, that guy, he wasn't even that strong before, but now he can even lift up a car, you know? You don't know what type of wonders this man has under his sleeves, man. But rest assured that he is wicked. So any intent he has is a wicked intent, man. All right? And it reads, and that no man, verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. All right? Which also, if you look at your phones, your cell phones have SIM cards, SIM cards. All right? Those SIM cards give your phone an identification. Without the SIM cards, your phone does not function. Same thing with your debit card. Your debit card has that same technology. You put the technology that you have from your debit card and you slide it, and if you don't have that chip, you can't purchase anything. All right? You can't purchase what you're trying to purchase if you don't have that chip that's inside of your debit card. And that all goes to the same technology. All right? That same technology that Esau has been putting in this world, man. All right? And that technology is that radio frequency identification. All right? So the same thing with that RFID chip, it's the same concept. All right? If you put your phone up to where you clock in for work, or up to a scanner in your bank, or when you go grocery shopping, if you put your phone up to that scanner, it's going to read something. It's going to say to read an error. But it's because it's the same technology. That technology has been implemented over the years so that when the RFID chip is implemented, it can be easier. I don't have to have my keys. All right, because now I have that radio frequency identification ID inside of my skin. And now my car only recognizes me and whomever it's programmed to recognize. All right, so going up to your car, you'll never lose your keys again. Same thing with your cell phone. With that RFID chip, you can actually not just identify, but see and locate where that person is going to be at. So if somebody steals your car, your RFID chip is connected to your car. So now you can see where your car is going. And now it's reading whoever is in your car. Say they steal your phone. Their RFID chip is going to correlate with the RFID chip that's inside of your phone. So now you're going to know who took your phone. And you're going to be able to look them up. It's going to be that easy. All right, so this devil is implementing ways to make it easier for you when in reality he's trying to take over. All right, he's trying to take completely over, trying to be like the Most High, trying to set himself up in the stars like the Most High. But that's why the Most High casts out that red dragon, which is Esau Edom, because Edom means red. And he's always been known to being that serpent, backstabber. All right? Let me read verse 17 again. And that no man might buy or sell save he that has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. All right? So getting that RFID chip implemented inside of you is also a sin for those that don't know. All right? It's a sin to put something inside of you like this idol, which is the RFID chip. And I'm going to go into that. All right? So for the Hebrew Israelites, the one that they know that they are Israelites, that say that the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast, you're going off, man. Because Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai has always known about this RFID chip, all right? He's the one that created everything. Remember that. He created the good and the evil. All right? Is there a trumpet in the city? How does it go? Will a trumpet be blown in the city and not heard? Of course you're going to hear a trumpet be blown in the city. All right? Now that he asks, is there evil in the city that I have not done? So the Most High has created the good and the bad. All right? So for those people thinking that there's a devil walking around with pitchfork and horns, you're going off, man. That's not what the scriptures identify. They identify a red man. They do. And the so-called red man is the devil. And his name is Esau Edom. All right? These Edomites, which are the so-called Caucasian men. But this is Revelations 19 and verse. So I think I'm gonna start at 26. Let me see. Verse 26, ye shall not eat anything with the blood, neither shall ye use enchantment, nor observe times. All right? So this man, this devil, he eats things with blood, man. You go to a restaurant right now, and the main thing that you'll see an Edomite eating is medium rare or rare. All right? Bloody. They want to eat their food bloody. Same thing with the caveman. The caveman wouldn't sit there and warm up his food and then eat it. He would eat it raw. Because he is a caveman. He is the cave dweller. All right? Esau Edom from the Caucasus Mountains. Mount Seir. All right? He's a cave dweller, man. That's what he's always been. Wasted away as he. That's what Esau means. All right? So continuing on verse 27, ye shall not round the corners of your beards, neither shall you mar the corners of thy beard. All right? So don't round the corners of your head That means don't get lineups. Or the corners of your beard. Or don't mar the corners of your beard. That means destroy. Don't destroy your beard that you have, man. Hebrew Israelites have always had their beards. All right, we wore our beards, man. Shaving is a heathen custom. You know? Something that the heathens do. That's not something we're supposed to do. Verse 28, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead. And who is the dead? Who is the walking dead? Esau, Edom, and all these 2/3. All right, everybody here, man. You see everybody here, and they're all walking dead. You know? The elect still haven't been woken up, or if they have been sealed up already. But Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is showing us how, from how we used to be to how we are now. All right? In our past, we were asleep. And we would have a fallout for a period of time. But now we're waking back up to coming to our nationality of being a Hebrew Israelite, which are the true sons of the Most High. Banyam Shal Yasharallah. All right, sons of the Most High, Yahweh. Co-heirs to the throne with Yahweh Shah, which is his only begotten son. All right, but it's talking about the elect, man. The elect are the ones that are going to be not taking the RFID chip. All right, because the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Reading on in Revelations, verse 28, ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead. All right, don't make any cuttings in your flesh, which that word cutting in the Hebrew is actually, let me see, it says, Salaki, I don't have it on my Bible, but that word cuttings in the Hebrew, it means incision. All right, and it says, nor make any print, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. All right, so the Most High is saying this: don't make any cuttings or incision. All right, and that word mark means in the Hebrew is kwai kwai, which also means incision. All right. Now there's a saying in Spanish: when you want something done, you say, you know, if you're gonna do this, it's sí or sí. That means yes or yes. There's no other option. All right. So the Most High is letting you know: don't make any incisions, and also don't make any incisions. All right. An incision is to put that inside of you. You know. So going back to Revelations 13 and verse 18, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which can also be represented as Rome. All right? But who ruled over Rome? Even the wicked know who Rome is. You go to the wicked Talmud, and the Talmud explains to you that the Romans were actually Edomites. Same thing with the Greeks. The Greeks were Edomites. All right, so-called Caucasian men. So the Romans are actually Hebrew Edomites. All right, so don't make any incisions for that man, because he's going to present the RFID chip, the mark of the beast. All right. Well, let me read that again. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. And also that word 6 on there represents stigma, which also can go into stigmata. Stigmata meaning to pierce or to stake or to pierce. All right, with a stick. Stigma is a stick to stick. Stigmata is to pierce. You see? And if you see at the technology on how they have the mark of the beast being implemented, it's through a cross, through a stake. All right, they're staking the people first, which we read in Leviticus 19 and 28, not to make any incisions, And that's what they're doing. To put that inside of you, they have to make an incision. And then they put that radio frequency identification inside of your hand. All right? And people say it made their life a lot better. But from there, let me go to Revelations 16 and verse 1. And I heard a great voice out of the temple saying to the 7 angels, go your ways and pour out your vials of the wrath of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai upon the earth. And the first went and poured his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them that worshipped his image. All right, so if you check out that RFID chip, the people that have been the people that have implemented that RFID chip inside of their skin and their body, after a period of time, there falls a big blister or a sore on their hand. You know? Because the body rejects such things, man. The body rejects things that don't belong. You see? So same thing that the elect are going to do that don't belong in the body of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. They're going to reject it. You know? So Revelation 16 is letting you know that this thing that this man is trying to present is not supposed to be going in you, man. And he's going to try and rule over you with it. All right? So the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. You know? So when this man implements the mark of the beast and the saints reject it, yo, we're going to be brought down real low. You see? But this is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2, Salakia. Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 2. And Yahweh answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. All right? And that's the scriptures. Make it plain upon tables. That's in the scriptures, man. The scriptures are plain to the ones that are seeking Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Like Isaiah 28 says, whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast. All right? And that's the sincere milk of the scriptures. Reading the scriptures is going to bring to you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And the understanding is that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast, as I just explained through the scriptures. You know? It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. All right? So at the end, when all these things come to happen, then will you know. Like it says in Ezekiel, then will you know whether the hero forbear, then will you know that there was a prophet among you. All right? Whether that be, you know, me, Lord willing, I am part of the elect, or whether that be the brothers in Dallas, you know, and Lord willing, we're all doing our work in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. But that's what it's talking about, man. It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. All right, so it seems like it's taking a while. It seems like it's prolonging. It seems like it tarries. But wait for it to come, man, because it will come, because it's part of prophecy. All right, and that's one of the main things that is coming next, the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right, but also Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is also coming. Jacob's trouble and the RFID chip. All right. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. All right. So the just are going to be living by their faith. But the soul that's inside of these Edomites and these 2/3 is not right in them. They're not in the right state of mind. All right. It says, yeah, also, because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. All right, so this man has enlarged his desire as hell. And what is hell? Ground. It could be the ground. It could be a condition. It's not a place where you go after you die. All right, that's just Christianity speaking lies, man. Hell is not a place where you go after you die. All right, the parable with Lazarus and the rich man is giving you an example of the rich man now, which is Esau Edom, and Lazarus, the poor man, which is you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And Abraham is being seen as our savior. You know, because for a time the Most High told him that he was going to be like him. You know, you push out the work. So Abraham was standing there and people would go to Abraham for advice. You know, so that parable is letting you see the rich man is going to burn in that lake of fire, which is coming here to America after the RFID chip is implemented. All right, that's how you know these things are coming, man. So when Lazarus, which were really the elect, went up with Abraham and they laid with Abraham in his bosom, all right, they were finally good. They were finally free. They were finally able to live. All right, so Lazarus are the Israelites. All right, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And the rich man is actually the Edomites, which are the self-proclaimed white men. All right? And that's what we're waiting for, man. We're waiting for our time to come. All right? Our time to rule, because we will rule in righteousness under Yahweh and under Yahushai. It says, and is as death. You see, so he is the walking dead, like I read before. Don't make any cuttings in your flesh. All right? Don't make any incisions in your flesh for the dead. And like the scripture just read, he is the dead. He is death. All right? And is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. You see? So that's what's happening right here in America. What's happening with your president? You're trying to go over to other places that don't belong to you and trying to make those people yours. All right? That's what this wicked man has been doing. Reading on, it says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a tainting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. All right? So woe to you that increase that which is not yours, man. This kingdom is not yours. It belongs to Israel. Jacob, the Negroes, the Latinos, the Native Americans. It belongs to them. It doesn't belong to you. You stole this land. And now you want to kick those people that you stole it from, you want to kick them out and say it's not your land. Explain to me how that makes any sense. You took the water. You took the wood. You took all the things that belong to the Israelites, and now you sell it to them. That's another reason why you're the devil. It says, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that leadeth himself with thick clay. All right, you're just setting yourself up, man. You're setting yourself up. You're going to be trapped. How long, the scriptures say, how long? When will this madness end? When will this wicked rule go down? But the Most High answered when he spoke unto Ezra. This is 2 Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, all right, from the promise that he gave Abraham unto the promise that he followed on with Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. And for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. The hand of the man is betwixt the heel and the hand. Other question, Ezra, asked thou not. All right? Because Ezra had asked the same thing. How long until we're in rulership? How long until righteousness is established? How long will it take? How much do we have to suffer? How much do we have to go through? And the Most High answered him, Esau is the end of the world. And a lot of people feel like we're in the time of revelation, which we are, because things are being revealed unto us. All right? So if you believe you're in the time of revelation, then you must know that the scriptures talk about a man being in power. All right? Not a spiritual figure that you want to make up. A man is in power, and men are in power, and they are the so-called Edomites. Salakia, not so-called. They are the Edomites. They're the so-called white men. All right? These Caucasian folk. So going back to the second chapter, Habakkuk, Habakkuk chapter 2, Salakia, and verse 6, shall not all these take up parable against him, intenting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his, how long? And to him that leadeth himself with thick clay, shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee? All right? So these men that are going to bite you are rising up right now. All right? But through their own accord, through their own will, they cannot do anything but through the will of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? Through whatever he deems, that's what goes, man. You see? It says, and awake, that shall vex thee, and that shall be for booties unto them. All right? So you're going to be nothing but spoil unto us, man. All right? Going back to Revelations chapter 13. It says, Revelation 13:9, if any man has an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And who are those saints? The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you have put into captivity. The ones that you were raping, robbing, murdering. The ones that you were lynching. The so-called African Americans are actually the tribe of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right? That's the so-called Negroes, the so-called Jamaican, and the so-called Haitians. That's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The same ones that you're racist towards. The same ones that you hate. The second most lynching are the so-called Mexicans. The so-called Latinos. We start out from Ephraim being the head of the northern kingdom on down to Issachar. Those are the ones that you have been putting into captivity. So now those same men that you put into captivity through the elect, through the power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, are going to put you into captivity. The same ones that you killed with a sword are coming back to kill you with the sword. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right? So going back to Habakkuk chapter 2, let me reread verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly, that shall bite thee, and awake, that shall vex thee, and that shall be for booties unto them. All right, booty means spoil. All right, that's your spoil. That's going to be their spoil. To do unto you as you, to do double unto you as you did unto them. All right, so Jacob's trouble is coming soon. And by Jacob, I'm talking about Israel, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The true children of the Most High. All right, it's not those fake Jews over there in Israel. Those aren't the true Jews. Worshipping some damn wall like a bunch of dumbasses. I mean, how? If you're spiritual at all, you can't say that those are the children of the Most High. You can't. They have 2 left feet. They can't dance. They don't have any type of rhythm. They don't know how to be spiritual. Worshipping a damn wall. Come on, man. Just because they're born in that land does not make them Israelites. They don't even believe it. They call themselves Israelis. All right, they don't even call themselves Judites from the tribe of Judah, which would go back to the word Jew, Yahawadium, Jews. They call themselves Jewish. Yeah, I'm kind of Jew. That doesn't make any sense, man. All right, that's why this place is going to be destroyed soon. After Jacob's trouble, after we endure the good fight, fighting for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, we're going to be beamed up, and this place simultaneously is going to be destroyed. All right? And we're just going to be watching from the chariot of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right, so going back to Revelations. And this is Revelations chapter 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people. The Most High never changes. Who are his people? Who has always been their people? Israel. Mainly the elect. The elect inside of the elected. All right? The elected is Israel. That's his chosen people. And the elect are the ones that are inside of Israel, which are the 144,000 men preaching in the name of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. All right, so this place is going to end up being destroyed, man. Babylon the Great. Make America great again. This is Babylon trying to be made great again. All right, this place is going to be destroyed after the RFID chip is implemented. After Jacob's trouble, this place will be destroyed. All right, it says, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and our power hath remembered her iniquities. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. And in the cup which she has filled, fill to her double. All right, so every wicked thing that you have done to us, every evil deed that you've done to us, righteously will we return the favor 2 times. All right, this is jumping down to verse 16 and saying, alas, alas, the great city that was clothed in fine linen and purple and scarlet and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught. All right, all these beautiful cars you think you got, all these nice little jewels you think you have, this nice little car, these nice little jobs, all these things you think you have, these materialistic things that you think you possess. When Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai comes back, it's all gone. It's all going to come to naught. All right? This is Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. You see, this place is no longer being called tender and delicate. This place is going to be ugly and desolate. Bare and desolate. All right? It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh and pass over the rivers, which you've done. And you've proven. You've gone over the rivers. Because you've been made bare. Now you're trying to scramble and trying to, no, I'm not the way. I'm not that way. All the things you heard about me, I'm not really that way. What's happening in Venezuela right now? They don't want you. Because you've been made bare. People can see who you are. People know that you're wicked. And now over there in Venezuela, they're telling you to get the hell out of there. But you're passing over the river saying, no, I'm still the same tender woman you used to know. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. The Most High is not going to meet you as a man anymore. He's not coming back as a man of peace. He's not coming back in the broad daylight. He's coming back with wrath, vengeance, nothing but darkness. And that's what the end times is going to be like. Nothing but darkness. All right? It says, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right? It says, as for our Redeemer, Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Yasharallah, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. All right, through the Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, you show them no mercy. It says, upon the ancient hast thou verily heavily laid the yoke, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. All right, and you still think that you're going to live forever, man. So that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. All right, so you don't remember any of the things that were written, man. You don't remember any of the things that were being said. You were only made great through the Israelites. Egypt was made great through the Israelites. Persia was made great through the Israelites. Babylon was made great through the Israelites. And now you want to be racist and say, make America great again? What you're really trying to say is put them back into slavery. It says, and thou sayest, I shall be a lady forever. So thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. All right, you don't remember when Rome was destroyed for the same reason? Being prideful. You don't remember when Babylon was destroyed? Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed? Therefore, hear now this. Thou that are given to pleasures. All right, all of y'all that are given into your pleasures, thinking that nothing's going to happen, and dwellest carelessly, and sayest in thy heart, I am and none else is beside me. I know not the loss of children, or neither shall I know the loss of children. I shall not sit as a widow, Salakia, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day. The loss of children and the widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, for the great abundance of thine enchantments. All right, so World War III is coming. After the RFID chip is implemented, after Jacob's trouble, martial law, all these things are going to come to pass, like the scriptures state. Now going back to Revelations 18 and verse 18, and cried, so like in verse 17, for in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster, every shipmaster, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off. All right, so guess what's coming? In 1 hour, in 1 hour, your destruction cometh. In that day, your destruction cometh. All right, same thing that was written in Revelations is written throughout the scriptures, man. The scriptures speak for themselves. All right, when Jacob's trouble comes, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. and strength of thy salvation. And that salvation is only coming for the Israelites, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians that you have so badly damaged in their minds, making them think that they're lower than what they really are, man. All right? It says, verse 18, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? All right? What other places like America? Who can be better than America? No place can be better than America. So you think, and so you pridefully say. But the destruction is coming for y'all, man. All right? Whenever we're beamed up in those chariots, what you so ignorantly call UFOs, the chariots that the scriptures talk about, when we're beamed up, we're going to be looking down at your destruction. And we're going to laugh. And thus saith the scriptures. All right? It says, Salakia. Revelations chapter 15, and verse 1, and I saw another sign in heaven, great and marvelous, 7 angels having the 7 last plagues, for in them is filled up the wrath of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And I saw, as it were a sea of glass, mingled with fire, and them that had gotten the victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark. You see, so we have to get over it, man. We can't take it. We have to get over it. We have to endure in the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, and he's going to deliver us. It said, I've gotten victory over the beast, and over his image, and over his mark, and over the number of his name, which is Rome all over again. All right? Constantly implementing and staking the Lord where the Lord was crucified. And over the number of his name, and on the sea of glass, having the harps of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. And that's for the ones that are called out, like I read in Revelations 18 and 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues. You see? So the plagues are coming. And when those plagues come, we're going to be beamed up. All right? The ones that are found worthy in the ministry of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right? The ones that endured until the end. Reading on Revelations 18 and 20. Rejoice, Salaki 19. And they cast dust in their heads, and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, the great city, wherein were made rich all that bad ships in the sea, by reason of her coastlines, for in 1 hour is she made desolate. All right, so this place is going to be destroyed. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai hath avenged you on her. All right, so we will be avenged, man. We will be avenged. All right, the scriptures do not lie. And the mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it to the sea, saying, thus with great violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all. All right, so this place is going to be desolate. It says, and the voice of harpers and musicians, of pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all in thee, and no craftsman of whatsoever craft he be shall be found any more in thee. And the sound of a millstone shall be heard no more at all in thee. All right, and that's beautiful, man. And the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee. All right, and what is that candle? The wisdom, knowledge, understanding that Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai has bestowed on his apostles and his prophets. It says, and the voice of the bridegroom, which is the elect, and of the bride, which is Yahweh Shai, crying out in the streets, shall be heard no more at all in thee, for thy merchants were thy great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived, And in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. All right, so this place is wicked, and it's been found to be wicked, and it will be found to be wicked in the judgment that is coming towards it. All right, back in Isaiah 47 and verse 10, for thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me, thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thy heart, I am, and none else is beside me. So you see, you're going to be deceived through your own devices, man. Through your own way of thinking. Salakia. Through your own way of thinking, through your own wickedness, you're going to be deceived. All right, you're going to end up taking the RFID chip, which is giving power to Esau Edom, the wicked man, the elite, the Rothschild. All right? So this place is being found to be the wicked place of the scriptures, man. Babylon the Great. All right, make America great. Next thing you know, they're going to change the name to America the Great. You know? And it's all spiritual, man. It's all spiritual. You know, to the men of the Lord. They all see what's really happening, man, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All right, through the scriptures, the spirit that is contained within the scriptures. Through the truth that is contained in the scriptures. We can see it, having that spiritual eye, man. Looking and seeing that this whole place is going to be desolate. All right? It says, therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, thou shalt not be able to put it off. And desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. All right? So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is coming like a thief in the night. So you don't know. You don't know when it's going to happen. But when it happens, you will cry. You're going to bite your own tongue. You're going to scream inside of your body, wishing that you would have listened. But it wasn't given to you. All right? All right, going to Isaiah 45 and verse 4. For Jacob, my servant's sake, and Israel, mine elect. You see? So Israel is the elected, the chosen people by Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, I went to Isaiah 44 because in Isaiah 47 it talks about how the kingdom of the Edomites, they say that they are and nobody else is beside them, making themselves seem like the Most High, but they're not. All right? It says, for Jacob my servant's sake and Israel mine elect, I have surnamed thee by thy name. I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me. All right, and it's talking about Cyrus, which is not an Israelite, but he was chosen to help out Israel, you know? It says, I am the Lord, and there is none else. There is no power besides me. I gird thee, though thou hast not known me. You see, so there is no other power but Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So for you to think that you are the power, the Most High is saying there is no other power up here with me. You know? He is the only power. So for you to call yourself the power and that no one else can see you and there is no one else beside you, you're pretending to be like the Most High. All right? It says, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Drop down, ye heavens, from above, and let the skies pour down righteousness. Let the earth open, and let them bring forth salvation. And let righteousness spring up together. I, Yahweh, have created it. All right, so the salvation is coming up from the skies, man. In the darkest times, all right? Whenever it seems like all hope is lost, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to come back and rescue us. You know? So going to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 33. Start off at verse 26. Deuteronomy 33 and 26. There is none like unto our power. There is none like unto the power of Jeshurun. All right, and Jeshurun is upright one in the Hebrew. So who is the upright one? Israel, the power of Israel. There is none like the power of Israel, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, there's no power like the power of Yahweh Shai, which is Yahweh. It says, who rideth upon the heaven in thy help, and in his excellency on the sky. So you see, he's coming back through the skies, man. He's cracking those skies and coming back because he rides over there in his chariot. All right? So Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai is going to deliver us through the chariots. All right, what you call UFOs. Verse 27, the eternal power is thy refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. All right? So the refuge is Yahweh. All right? And underneath Yahweh are the powers that save us. And underneath Yahweh are the servants of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, which are the elect and the great multitude. All right? Serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's their purpose. It says, and he shall thrust out the enemy from before thee, and shall destroy them. You see, so the enemy that has destroyed Israel is now going to destroy when the Lord comes back, like we read in Revelation 13 and 10. It says, verse 28, Israel then shall dwell in safety alone. You see? So Israel is going to finally dwell in safety, man. And that safety is in the love of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. When we make it to the kingdom. All right, Lord willing, I'm part of the elect. You know, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Ratazah, I'm part of the elect. But that's what it's talking about, man. The safety that we're finally going to be dwelling in. You know? It says, and the fountain of Jacob shall be upon the land of corn and wine. Also, his heavens shall drop down dew. You see? So, hey, everything's going to be made all right, man. All right? After the destruction of Esau Edom. You see? So the kingdom is going to be beautiful, man. There's nothing I can't put to words how beautiful it's going to be. I can't even imagine how beautiful it's going to be. Because the Most High says that our thoughts, whatever we think, his thoughts are much higher than that, man. You see? He thinks things into his, he speaks things into, to be made manifest in reality. So I can't imagine what the kingdom of heaven is going to be. But what I do know is that Israel is going to be in charge. The Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that were made desolate in this land, that were pushed down, beat upon, frowned upon. All right, so when the time of recompense has come, then will you know. Verse 29, happy art thou, O Israel, who is like unto thee, O people. You see, so who is like the people of Israel, man? People look up to Judah. And not just the Messiah, but also the Judites, the so-called Negroes. People look at him, they want to walk like him and talk like him, and you know? All the nations want to be like Judah, man, which is really the leader of the 12 tribes. You see? It says, saved by Yahweh, the shield of thy help, and who is the sword of thy excellency. And thine enemies shall be found liars unto thee, and thou shalt tread upon their high places. You see, so this whole earth is going to be inhabited or ruled over by the elect of Israel, starting from Yahweh Shai on down. All right? So going back to Salakia, going to Obadiah. Let me hold this one. Going into the book of Obadiah. There's the book of Obadiah, verse 21. And saviors shall come up out of Mount Sion to judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be Yahweh's. So you see, the kingdoms are going to be returned to Israel. You know? So let me finish up Isaiah 47 and verse 12. Stand now with thine enchantments and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail. All right, so if you think you are like you are, then you're going to prevail the destruction that's coming. If you want to put yourself up there and say that you are and nobody else is beside you, then you will prevail. Reading on. Thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and stargazers and monopoly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. All right? So let your military stand up. Let your scientists stand up. Let all these men that you gave power stand up and see how well it does for you. Verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. Neither shall be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it. And those are the ICBM missiles that are getting ready to destroy this place, man. All right? After the RFID chip is implemented, after we're beamed up, the ICBM missiles are coming straight to America. It says, verse 15, and I'm going to end it with this. Thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even thy merchants from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his quarter, none shall save thee. So this place is going to be utterly destroyed by Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. All right? So as seers and as watchers, we have to make sure that we're in the right spirit and we're learning as we're going to follow Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai like we're supposed to. All right, so with that, Akim, I want to say Shalom, peace and blessings to the 12 tribes of Israel, which are you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And as always, giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth to rule well and death to America. Shalom.